Welcome, my name is Mark and today I'm going to take you through a defensive use case in cybersecurity. What we're going to cover today is detecting a denial of service attack in real time using NIDS implemented in Splunk, network logs monitoring in Splunk, analysing network logs, protecting the network from a denial of service attack, writing, defining rule alerts in the network intrusion detection system using Splunk, remote login, knowing about network logs in Windows, creating intrusion detection system rules, configuring Splunk for receiving remote login, and installing Splunk Forwarder for forwarding logs to a remote Splunk enterprise. The requirements for this will be the attacker machine, which we're going to be using Kali. 10.1.1.135 is the IP address. The Siem solution we'll be using is Splunk for the HIDs and NIDs, and we'll be using a Windows 7 virtual machine for that, 10.1.1.12, and the target machine on Windows 7 as well on 10.1.1.25. Okay, so I've just opened up my virtual box, so you can see the Windows 7 Siem I've just started running here, as well as Windows 7 Target, and I've also done the Kali machine here as well. What we'll first do is go to the Windows 7 Target, and what we'll do is we'll set up the Splunk Forwarder. So we'll just click on show on that one, and there's our Splunk Forwarder. But just before we do that, we're just going to check to see if we can ping the other systems. So just click on start, then type in CMD, and we'll just ping our Siem solution, which is going to be running our Splunk. So that's 10.1.1. Let's do that again, 10.1.1.12, and we can see that's pinging there, so we've got connectivity there. And we'll also king just our Kali machine, which will be our attacker machine there. So that's 10.1.1.135, and we're pinging that as well there. From there, that's good that we've got connectivity there, so we know we're not going to have any issues from there. We'll just close that and double click on this Splunk Forwarder now. Okay, so that's opened up there. What we're going to do is just select on run now, and that will prepare to install. Okay, and we're just going to click on check this box to accept the agreement, then we're going to click on customize options. You can leave that as the default. We'll click on next, and we're going to leave the password and confirm password blank in this scenario, and click next. From there, we're going to select local system and click next. And what we're going to monitor here is the CPU load, and then we're going to select on directory, and we're going to locate the log file. So we want to go to C, and with inetpub, and then logs, and then log files, and then just select OK and click next. From here, just put in your username and password. I'll just put in my name of Mark, and just put in a generic password here for testing purposes. Okay, and then we'll just select next there. Now the deployment server we're going to leave blank, and just click next. The receiving indexer. Now this is where we're going to put our Siem running our HIDs and NIDs there. So that IP address, as from the start, was 10.1.1.12, and that is our Windows 7 Siem machine there. And we'll just use the default port, which is 9997. Just select next, and just select install. Okay, so that's now finished installing, so just select finish. And now what we want to do is we'll want to go to our Windows 7 Siem solution. Okay, so now we'll just go to our Siem solution. Here it is, it's logged up here, and there's our IP address of 10.1.1.12. What we'll do is just click the start menu and just select Splunk, and just we'll open up that one there. Okay, that's now opened up, so I'll just put in my username and my password there, and we'll log into that there. Okay, so from here we're just going to click on activity, So we're going to go select settings and go to forward and receiving. Okay, and now that that's up, we're going to go down to receive data, configure receiving, and we're going to add new there. So remember that port that we listed before in our Splunk folder, This is what we're going to listen onto that port now. So that port again was 9997. Okay, and then select save. Okay, and there it is now. So that's going to be listening on that port. Okay, what we're going to do now is if you just click on that Splunk Enterprise, that will take you to the home page of Splunk. And we're going to add some data here as well. What we're going to do now is, this is what we're going to be doing for detecting a denial of service attack using Splunk and the network logs. So we'll just select monitor. And we'll scroll down until we see local Windows network monitoring, because that is what we're going to set up today. Okay, so for the network monitor name here, what we're going to put down is we'll just put something that we know, so we know what we're going to do. So I'll just type this in now. And I'll just put the IP address there so there's no ambiguity or anything. We're going to leave all this selected here. Not transport, we'll leave that unticked. Just leave the defaults. Okay, and select next. Okay, so just delete that previous one that didn't save there. I'm just going to try this again now. Click submit, and that has been created successfully now. Okay, from there we're just going to go back to the Splunk homepage there. Okay. What we'll just do now is just analyze the network logs, just to see if there is any there. So just click on search and reporting. Okay, just click on data summary there. And we'll just click on the Siem. Okay, and you can see the events have now populated all throughout there. Okay, what we'll do now is, once again, we'll just click on the Splunk homepage just to make it nice and neat. We'll also just open up another tab here there, and just to make sure our FTP site is working on our machine there. So to do that, we're just going to type in FTP :/10.1.1.12, and we'll enter in our credentials here. And there we can see our FTP site is currently running on port 21 there. Another way to check that is if we go to start and then go to the command prompt, then type in netstat --a. We can actually see here TCP port 21 is open and it is listening, so we'll just close that. We'll go over to Kali machine now, and we'll just type in the password here, which is TOOR, and press enter. Okay, now that we're here, what we'll do is we'll just go to the terminal and we'll just type in the following. I'm just going to pause the video while I type in this script, and then I'll come and resume this. Okay, so I've just typed in this following command there. What this is going to do is send a DOS attack on port 21 of 10.1.1.12. Okay, so after that, I'm just going to select the enter key. and the following command will run. We'll just let that run for a minute or so, and then we'll stop that command. Okay, so we're just going to stop that denial of service attack now. So to do that, you just press Control C on the command. So that's now stopped. What we'll do now is go back to our Siem machine and have a look in Splunk to see what types of results were correlated. Okay, so now we're back at our Siem machine here. We're going to select Search and Reporting. Just wait that to load. What we're going to type in here is 21, being port 21 that we came in on from before from our attacker machine on Kala, and we'll type in inbound here, and then we'll select search. Okay, so you can see here, you can see down in the clock here, it's 2:13, 2:11. We did launch an attack here, so you can see all the results are correlated here. What we're going to do now is save this as an alert. So just in the top right hand corner here, you see Save As. We're going to select Alert. Okay, so what we're going to do is just fill out a few details. So I'll just put a denial of service on Siem for 10.1.1.12, so there's no ambiguity there. You can put it to whatever you like there, and I've just put as the description denial of service alert for the Siem. We've put it as permissions shared in the app. Alert time is real time. I've expired it in 24 hours. I've got it to trigger the alert when the number of results is greater than 55 in a 60-second or 1 minute period there. It will trigger once, and I've selected throttle just so that subsequent alerts will not be triggered in that 60 seconds there. So as well as that, I've put it as a trigger action. I've added the action to add to triggered alerts, and I've put the severity as high there. So after that, we'll just select save. Okay, now that that's saved, what we're going to do is go back to Kali, and we're going to launch that attack again, and then come back to Splunk and see if that's been triggered as an alert. Okay, so here we are back in Kali. What we're going to do is just press the up arrow here just to launch that attack again, and that will bring up the previous command. Press enter, and we'll let that run for another minute or so there. Okay, so that's been running there for about a minute. What we're going to do is just select that Control C again on the CLI, and that will stop that denial of service happening to 10.1.1.12. What we'll do now is go back to Splunk, and we'll have a look to see if it has triggered any alerts there. Okay, so now we're back at our Splunk machine. What we're going to do is click on Activity, and then click on Triggered Alerts. Okay, now that that's loaded up, you can see there, it's currently 2:21 in the bottom right hand corner there. At 2:18 we did launch that attack, and it has triggered the denial of service Siem on alert, and the severity is high of what we set up before. So this means that our job is now done. We've detected a denial of service attack in the Siem solution, which has been implemented in Splunk. And we can say we've detected the denial of service attack using network intrusion detection system implemented on Splunk itself. Thank you for listening today.